Hello again and welcome back to the program. My name is Jeff. I will be putting a whole bunch of stuff down here. So I'm just recording this. I'll be adding like little tags and stuff, or put stuff in the description. I'm not sure where this is going to go exactly, but I wanted to start off by saying thank you for spending a little bit of time by listening to what I have to say. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell wherever you're watching this. And I'll try and keep this under 10 minutes. So, and I say thank you back to you for doing all that. We're offering a free newsletter. Okay, the way to sign up for a free newsletter from the Economic Preppers is go to econprepnews@gmail.com. That'll be up here in a moment. It'll be also in the description, but it's econ prep PREP news@gmail.com. Free newsletter coming out really soon. Sign up for it. You get a notification back, and you'll be ready to go. So let me jump into this one. Then we're going to talk about what this one is about. The purpose of altcoins. Why do altcoins exist? Now, you're going to have people that are like Bitcoin maximalists or people that just say Bitcoin is the only coin. Now, there are a lot of people that's a strong case. If you're in Bitcoin and nothing else, congratulations, okay? You've gotten out of the dollar system. You've learned that the dollar system is stacked against you. The Federal Reserve notes are just dead instruments that lose value like every week, it seems. And the deck is stacked against you. Wealthy people don't keep cash. They buy assets. So the best asset that's grown the most for the last decade is Bitcoin. But we're going a little bit further today, and we're talking about altcoins. Why do altcoins exist? What is their purpose, and why should you care? Well, the main purpose of altcoins is that Bitcoin is, it's an elegant system. It's a great system for doing what it's supposed to do, which it can be used for digital payments, digital gold, but is primarily as a store of wealth. There's only so many Bitcoin. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. We're almost at 20 million now. And that's a limited supply. And one of the things that you create value with is scarcity. So the fact that there's only going to be so many, and that's written into the code, that tells you that it's going to be valuable. Kind of like, fine works of art. There's only so many Monets or Van Goghs or Michelangelo works of art. So while it's not quite the same number, Bitcoin is probably like a few orders of magnitude more, but I'll talk about that in another video. But the idea is that Bitcoin is the only asset class, aside from really rare collectibles, it's the only asset class where there's only so much, and then we know how much there's ever going to be. So that's good. So Bitcoin does a great job of storing value, and it can also be used for payments and other things. But there are other applications of blockchain. Bitcoin is an application of the technology called blockchain, which is just like it sounds. It's a compound word. It's a chain of blocks of data. And for Bitcoin's purpose, it is just a record of payments. Every 10 minutes, there's more records that are added, and so on and so on. And you can trace all the way back to wherever it started. The very first block or the very first time an address gets used, you can go all the way back and look all those things up. That's the purpose of that is the application of the blockchain, and it's used for payment records for Bitcoin. That's what it does. Now, there are other applications of blockchain that aren't for storing value or for payments, but they make sense. For example, if you want to keep a record of real estate transactions, that would be a great use of blockchain. It could be public. You could look up who owns the 123 Main Street in your town, or First Street or Second Street. I think Second Street's the most popular street because most of the first streets are now named Main. There's your little factoid of the day. But you can take a blockchain and record all the transactions of real estate and know who has owned whatever property for all history. You wouldn't have to have a land records anymore, and you could all keep all that on a blockchain. So you could streamline real estate transactions by putting them on a blockchain. Now, I don't know of a particular one that's doing that right now. If you do, leave it in the comments. I know that there's some companies out there that are doing real estate transactions, but that's just one application. You can also use medical records, your own ID, Internet of Things, websites, web data, all these different things that can be stored. Anything that can be stored on a record can be used for blockchain. Now, There's also things called smart contracts, which allow you to like I agree to pay you so much if you do this, and we put those two agreements together, and we don't need a third party to settle everything, like a title company. Like if I agree to buy your house for $1 million, you put up the deed, I put up the $1 million, and then when everything looks all happy and good from both sides, we say yes, and the smart contract executes and would give me the deed and give you the money, and then we'd be done. That was not first available on Bitcoin, but now it's being built in on a few other projects, like Stacks is one. But that was also one of the reasons why an altcoin like Ethereum was built. And also Ethereum built their own blockchain that they could share with other projects that had other ideas to build using their network. So these altcoins afford different speeds, different ways of using blockchain that are a little bit different than what the purpose that Bitcoin chose to use it for. Because, Bitcoin is a tool. It's a hammer, right? It's an application of the blockchain, and the blockchain can be used in many different ways. So altcoins exist to apply blockchain in different ways. Now, why would you invest in a certain altcoin? This is not financial advice. This is just a guy talking on the internet, but the idea of investing in an altcoin, either you really believe in the project or you're trying to find a project that's going to grow faster than Bitcoin. And then you'll use the profits of that to buy more Bitcoin. That's just like any other investment. You're looking to buy low, sell high, and you want to try to outpace Bitcoin. Otherwise, you just buy Bitcoin. There would be no purpose to it. So that's the purpose of altcoins. We could go way into other projects and talk about the different things that are out there. There are thousands of altcoins. They've been around for years, almost as long as Bitcoin, probably a couple of years after Bitcoin they really started. Doge is one of the oldest ones that's out there, but Litecoin is also out there. So Bitcoin is, it's about to go to its halving. I think it's turning, you should call it 15, 16 years old. Litecoin's a couple of years younger than that, but the altcoins pop up all the time, and they do different things. They could do NFTs, they could do all these different purposes, but the bottom line is this. As long as, if you're just getting started out, you don't need to know about altcoins. Just focus on Bitcoin for your first several months. And then if you find out about a project or find something that Bitcoin can't do, but another project can, be like, oh, that's interesting. And maybe that's worth your time and hard-earned money to invest in it. It's up to you. But that's the purpose of altcoins, applying blockchain in a different way and having an opportunity to outpace Bitcoin and grow faster so you can buy other assets with those proceeds. So what are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Also, be sure to sign up for the free newsletter, the EconomicPreppers@gmail.com. That'll be changing in the future. Dylan's still working on the subscription website, but that's what we're using for now. So go ahead and sign up for that, and hit the like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Leave a comment down below too. Really appreciate the time, and I'll see you next video. Take care.